Hi guys, Neil Waterhouse. This week's video is about how to find local dropship suppliers, and you can use this same strategy to find local dropship suppliers all over the world, including Australia, USA, Canada, UK, etc. And again, this is another task or strategy that you can first learn to do yourself, and then you can fully automate this task by using a virtual assistant, which costs from $1 per hour. Now, there are many ways to find local dropship suppliers, and this first way that I'll show you now is a great way to find local suppliers if you're just starting out your dropship journey. Now, once you've mastered this strategy, you can then move to the more advanced strategy, and I'll also give you a link to a previous week's video which shows that more advanced strategy, and of course that's for free. But it's all about baby steps, one baby step at a time. Okay, let's launch straight into it. So for this strategy, you'll first need what we call a power keyword. And a power keyword is simply a product that sells on eBay or Amazon for between $50 to $2,000. But you can set your own criteria, that's just our criteria. But ours is $50 to $2,000, it's up to you what price you want. Anyway, and it also has to sell 15 times or more per month. So for example, letterbox. Now, if you're stuck finding power keywords or don't know how to find power keywords, I'll put a link on the screen and below to another previous week's free video showing how you can quickly download 1,000 power keywords for free. Now, once you have your power keyword, i.e. letterbox, simply go to Google and search that keyword, and up will come a ton of potential dropship suppliers. Now, for our criteria, a dropship supplier must meet 5 criteria for them to be what we classify as a dropship supplier. Number 1 criteria for a local dropship supplier to go on our list of local dropship suppliers is the supplier must be located in the country that you're building the dropship business in. So for example, if you're building a dropship business in, say, Australia, the supplier must be located in Australia. 2, the supplier must be able to dispatch within 2 business days. 3, the supplier must not put an invoice in the box. If you sold the item for, say, $500 and there's an invoice in the box for, say, $300, then obviously the buyer is not going to be happy. 4, the supplier must have what we call a dynamic website. And that is a website that shows whether or not the supplier has inventory in stock. You don't want to sell items only to find the supplier's got none in stock. Now, this process again of supplier inventory checking can again be fully automated using software, and I'll again put a link on the screen and below to another previous week's video showing how to fully automate supplier inventory checking. Now, number 5 is your supplier must not put any branding on their boxes. You don't want to sell an item on one marketplace and then when it arrives in a box with, say, Kmart branding, obviously the customer's going to get upset. And also, before I forget, if you're researching suppliers in a different country to where you're located, you must use a VPN or remote login program. Otherwise, you'll not see all the potential suppliers in the other country. Google will always bias the search results to the country that you're searching from. So, if you're located in, say, Australia, Google will bias the search results to Australia. Now, another example is if you have virtual assistants working for you and they're located in, say, the Philippines, Google will bias their search results to the Philippines. Now, if you don't know what a VPN or remote login program is, or how to use a VPN for eBay and Amazon research, I'll put another link on the screen and below to another previous week's video. Anyway, that's all for this week. If you want to know more about other ways to find local dropship suppliers, I have a whole detailed free course on this, and again, I'll put a link on the screen and below as well. Please leave me a comment below, and while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the No Fluff channel that teaches how anyone can make a full-time living from their home dropshipping using less than $100. Until next week, stay safe, list more, sell more. This is Neil Waterhouse.